Hello everyone. We are sitting in Nha Trang on the beach. I will not be talking much. Just going to enjoy sitting here in a coffee shop and just watch the view and the people pass by.
Everywhere, okay, that's fine. Everywhere in Vietnam, soda means strawberry. Except here. This is the only place it means, okay? So, yeah, so, on the combos, give me this.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. So,
So we are just sitting in a coffee shop in Nha Trang in Vietnam. We're not going to talk much, just enjoy the view and people watch. We'll take a little walk later. Just sit quietly and watch the scenery. Chào mùi nuôi, chúng ta đang ở bãi biển Nha Trang. We are now in Nha Trang, Vietnam, on the beach. In the distance is the island with the Wind Pearl Resort, and you can go by cable car from Nha Trang to the Wind Pearl Resort. So we're just sitting quietly and enjoying the scenery and the sunset. An Hiwang Moi Nui thick video, thick live stream. I hope everyone is going to enjoy the live stream. Nyatrang Zadep, Baibian Nyatrang, Kung Zadep. The beach in Nyatrang is beautiful and it gets more beautiful at night. We're just sitting here looking out at the beach and we're sitting in a coffee shop. We're having Vietnamese coffee with condensed milk and ice. Cafe Suada, Antik.
No, that's
It's evening and now it's less hot, so they're opening the awnings now. Chungta Dang, Bai Bien Danang.
Cô bên đó còn nắng không? Chiếu không? Một hai cái thôi.
Xin lỗi, Chungta
Có nắng là chiếu con, hai cái luôn.
Bai Bien Nha Trang. You can see the Windpearl Resort in the distance. It's an amusement park and they have fireworks in the evening. You can go by cable car from the mainland. We're sitting quietly in a cafe in Nha Trang in Vietnam. Nha Trang is a very popular tourist destination and currently it's peak season. Most of the Vietnamese people prefer to come to swim around sunset. And other people who are tourists from the west, from Australia and other countries, they might like to get a suntan, so they come earlier during the day. This evening here is also very beautiful, even after it gets dark. The water looks beautiful. Anzat Yu Nyatrang, An Songo Danang Kwang Hainam, Neonga An Kung Thik Nyatrang. I have been living in Da Nang in the center of Vietnam for about 3 years now. It's the city that I love the most, not only in Vietnam but in the world. But whenever I come to Nha Trang, I find Nha Trang to be extremely beautiful too, and the beach in particular is really amazing. There's one more video from my hotel room in Nha Trang from a very high floor with a panoramic view of Nha Trang. You can check that out on the channel. And I'll also post a video of swimming on the rooftop pool. Truly spectacular experience. We're just drinking Vietnamese coffee with milk and ice. Beja an unga kafe sua da antik kafe Viet zatni. We'll take a walk later, just sitting in the coffee shop for some time. Nothing to say in a beautiful place like this. The scenery speaks for itself. You can see some islands really far off in the coast. The water is really peaceful and warm today. Though it was very cloudy the last few days, even today it is cloudy a little, but luckily no rain. A lot of unseasonal rain across Vietnam and across Southeast Asia and Asia, in fact, this summer. And I think many weather experts are saying that we could have more severe storms in Vietnam this year. Vietnam is the windshield of Asia because all the big storms coming in from the Pacific Ocean, they first hit Vietnam. Luckily there's been few storms in recent decades, but maybe just a couple of storms in the last 1 or 2 years which are really severe. Hope this year passes peacefully. Jungta, Beja, or Baibi and Nyatrang, Winpearl Resort or day. That's the cable car which goes to the resort from Nha Trang. We are sitting, trying to be quiet in a cafe here in Nha Trang. Nothing much to say except that, as you can see, Nha Trang is very beautiful. And it will get even more beautiful in the evening. It's peak tourist season now. Most hotels are full. On the weekend, this weekend, most hotels are full in Nha Trang. Zat Nui Nui, Beja or Nha Trang, Nui, Zat Thik, Didulik Nha Trang, Muahe. Summer holidays in Vietnam too. So many families are here with the family and the children. We're just sipping coffee here. Cafe Suada, iced milk coffee, Vietnamese. Vietnam is the second largest producer of coffee in the world after Brazil, and coffee shops are everywhere across Vietnam. My favorite coffee shop is probably Catinat, the brand. And of course in Da Nang, where I live, there are literally 1,000 coffee shops, each one more beautiful than the other. You can spend a lifetime in Da Nang and still not go to all the coffee shops. They are so amazing. You can see someone kayaking here. The water is very gentle, so of course, like in Da Nang too, during this time, there is not very good tides for surfing, but a good time for going on the kayak. Or in Da Nang, we call it supping, stand-up paddling. Many people row like this on the stand-up paddle and go out in the morning in Da Nang. Supping is very popular in Da Nang. So of course, the best beaches in Vietnam might possibly be in Phuoc Island. That's got amazing lavish resorts too. And I myself, I prefer Con Dao. Con Dao is more isolated, hard to reach, but it's got amazing experiences. And I think now is the time when the turtles come to lay eggs, and there are certain uninhabited islands in Con Dao where you can make a reservation and stay with the forest warden, go on a private boat of course, and you can watch the turtles come to lay the eggs, and then watch the hatchlings go back into the ocean once the little turtles are ready to enjoy their life. Sadly, most turtles don't really last very long. They have a very low success rate in terms of survival. Just a couple of turtles among 1,000 will come back to lay eggs in the same place where they were born. The rest unfortunately perish in this sometimes harsh world. But just as for humans, I think that when you have beautiful moments like these, we can just enjoy them. And look at this young child, he's also having fun. Just enjoy whatever there is in life. Life is short. It goes by really fast. But the past and the future don't matter. If you want to talk philosophy, it's the present. That's all there is. Smile and let the world smile with you, and share joy and love. And that's why I also started the YouTube channel here, because Vietnam is so beautiful. So if I'm enjoying these sights, I thought I should just also share what I'm seeing with everybody else. The cafe is not very crowded now. It could be more crowded in the morning. And maybe at night. On Fridays they have live music here. We'll take a walk in a little bit after I finish my coffee. The Vietnamese coffee. Cafe Suada. There are many types of coffee in Vietnam, and You can have black coffee, you can have coffee with milk, you can have egg coffee. A very popular coffee is coconut coffee. Egg coffee was also a recent invention, and even salt coffee is a recent invention. Salt coffee apparently originated in Hue, a city just a little north of Da Nang. So if you ever visit Da Nang, you can easily visit Hue, which many tourists miss because it's not so popular as the other destinations. But Hue, for people who like culture and history, is the perfect place. And of course, Nha Trang is the most beautiful town, not only in Vietnam but in the world. A town called Hoi An. It's got beautiful rivers, and you can put lamps in the river at night, floating lamps, and it's extremely beautiful. And the buildings there have a colonial feel. They have still retained the old architecture and beautiful colors and architecture. Japanese influences and of course French influences and many other influences. But Hoi An is Hoi An. It's just what it is. It's really a place, one of its kind. So if you're in Da Nang, you can visit Hue. You can visit Hoi An. Thanks Kian for the hypes, and Danny Bodega, hi. I hope you guys can of course Kian is Vietnamese, but Lali is also Vietnamese, but Danny Bodega, I hope you have visited Vietnam, and I hope if you have not visited Vietnam, you will visit Vietnam soon again, sometime soon. Vietnam is a place for all seasons. Currently we are in the summer, but it's been raining a little bit. In Da Nang, the rainy season will start in September. So many tourists arrive unfortunately in Da Nang in September, October, November, and it's raining a lot, so they can't handle it. So it's best to check the weather, and the weather can be unpredictable in Vietnam as anywhere else in the world. So, but whether it's raining or whether it's sunny, Vietnam is magnificent. It's beautiful. I was saying earlier that that's the Wind Pearl Resort in the distance, and you can go there via the cable cars from the mainland. And I've not been to Wind Pearl. I've not been to this Wind Pearl. I have been to other wind resorts. I think in Phuket, and definitely the Wind Wonders in Ho Chi Minh City. There's a Wind Wonder also near Da Nang, but I'm sorry to say I've not been there yet. For amusement parks, I'll stick with Orlando. My brother lives there in Florida, so that's where I would like to hang out if I want to go to an amusement park. I mean, some people go to amusement parks once and they get bored, but I can go there. I can live there. I love amusement park rides, not the roller coasters, but many other things. The water is really peaceful and gentle. It's like almost like a hot water tub, not with boiling hot water, but tepid water. So very tame and beautiful. Very safe for children to swim in the water, and this season. In Da Nang, of course, the beach is beautiful, but there are dangers if you swim in areas which are not meant for swimming, and that's why there are cordoned areas where you have to swim, and in those areas, of course, there are lifeguards who make sure that people don't go to areas where there is not a safe place to swim. People talk about jellyfish. I have seen many big jellyfish, even small, tons of small jellyfish in Kondao Island. Not sorry, Kondao, Kulao Cham Islands near Danang and Hoi An, which you can go by just a 30-minute speedboat ride. So I've swum in, with thousands of jellyfish around me. But luckily, I mean, it's been very safe. And of course, I'm petrified of sharks, but there's never been a shark attack as far as I know around these parts, and shark sightings are also very rare. So the water is very safe and beautiful, and I've jumped off the boat in the deep ocean. I've gone on the stand-up paddle boat many times in Da Nang. Ciao Muinui. Chungta, Deja Chungta or Baibian Nha Trang. We are currently sitting in Nha Trang in Vietnam. You can see maybe the cable car going from the mainland to the Wind Pearl Resort, and there'll be fireworks there in the evening. Every evening there are fireworks there. This beach looks really beautiful at night too. I enjoy walking here in the night after it gets dark. Of course, from the hotel I'm staying, and I posted a video from my hotel room with a panoramic view of the beach. The water looks emerald green from the top, and at night it looks turquoise blue, so it looks really beautiful. We're sitting quietly in a cafe. I'm not walking around right now. I had no plans to talk, but then I was told by my friend, philosopher and guide that videos without talking are very boring, so I'm forced to talk a little bit. But in a beautiful place like this, what is there to say? It's just so beautiful. No words can describe nature adequately. We can try, but you have to be here to experience the real magic of Vietnam and of Nha Trang. People just floating in the water. As I mentioned earlier, that most of the local Vietnamese and even the Vietnamese tourists would prefer to swim later in the evening when the sun is not so bright. They are very careful about getting their skin dark because of the sun and the UV. But the Westerners and people from Japan, Australia and such countries where you will find people hanging out on the beach from morning to evening, and then they go back when it gets dark. Of course, Nha Trang is most famous among Russian tourists for many years now. It's the favorite destination for long-term residents from Russia and Vietnam. Now I see that in Da Nang too many Russians are coming and staying long-term. And of course, Russian tourists have really increased this year to Vietnam much more than previous years. So of course, Chinese are the number one tourists to Vietnam. They were not coming here very much the last 2-3 years after COVID, but this year they say the Chinese are back, and they've already become the number one origin for tourism in Vietnam, followed closely by South Koreans. and Japanese. And there are many flight connections from India to Vietnam now. Unfortunately, only one direct flight from Da Nang to India, and that's to a city called Ahmedabad. But a big increase of Indian tourists to Vietnam and to Da Nang now. Vietnam is obviously everyone says it's a cheap place to stay in terms of the cost, and you get a much superior experience because the hotels and the food in particular. The food in Vietnam is I don't know, it doesn't rank in the rankings, but I think it's the healthiest and the freshest and the best food in the world, particularly if you like seafood. Tons of live seafood restaurants everywhere. I'm surprised there are not many more people jogging here. Maybe it's a Sunday evening, so that everyone is taking it literally and just relaxing. Of course, in Da Nang, if we were on the pedestrian walkway along the beach, you would find literally thousands of people running, brisk walking, doing Zumba. I posted a couple of videos of the beach in Da Nang, but I'll post more later. But people love to exercise in Vietnam, and groups of women in particular will do Zumba and aerobic exercise along the Han River and along the beaches in Da Nang. And also here, I've not seen groups, but running is definitely a popular sport in Vietnam. I'm quite elderly, but I have done half a dozen half marathons in the last few years myself, just motivated by seeing everybody else running. So we're sitting quietly still in the coffee shop. Where to go when you come to the perfect place? You don't have to keep moving. So I just keep thinking. We keep dashing from here to there, even when we have reached the destination. This is the destination. Nha Trang is a lovely city. The beach is absolutely amazing right now, and in fact around the year I think. And it's got amazing restaurants, good hotels, and it's not a very big city, so it's not very crowded. Very small city, I would say. So it's a great place for a holiday. Maybe I should take a walk, because some of you might be keen to see other parts of the city. I'll be posting many videos on the channel. I already posted some videos. In fact, last night I was live streaming from a nightclub here in Nha Trang, and it was really amazing party. Of course, such beautiful only female DJs, and look at that now. Paragliding, motorized paragliding. Can you see that? So motorized paragliding. Morning and evening is the best time for paragliding. Unfortunately, there was an accident in Da Nang from the Sontra Peninsula. One tourist fell off the glider, so there was a temporary halt to paragliding in Da Nang. But I have not done the paragliding there, but I just watch it from below and it looks fantastic. Of course, Da Nang and its environment, and particularly the Sontra Peninsula, is extremely beautiful. But so is Nha Trang. That's why, as a die-hard fan of Da Nang, I still can't but be impressed by Nha Trang too. Some beaches, some beach towns in Vietnam, people say are not maintained and they're not so clean, and there's a lot of garbage in certain places. But Nha Trang is very well maintained, very clean. And before this, I was in Muine. The weather was not good, but Muine again is very popular with Russians. Further south is Phan Thiet, then Vang Tao. But the best beaches would be here in Nha Trang and Da Nang. And if you want something different, you can go to Lisan Island, which is a bit south of Da Nang. And the best beaches, like I mentioned earlier, in Vietnam would be in Phu Quoc Islands. You can even travel to Phu Quoc without a visa for Vietnam. It's a visa-free destination. If you're traveling only to Phu Quoc, you don't need a visa. And many islands, including Condao. I think many more people are walking now on the beach. We pay the bill and go for a walk. Go for a walk in about 5 minutes. Luckily, the music is not horribly loud, so you can enjoy the music but also enjoy the nature here. Han Songo Danang Quang Hainam Nyong An Zatik Nha Trang. So we see the paragliding going on, the motorized paragliding. It's a great experience. You can do parasailing, but motorized paragliding here because there's no mountain near the beach to jump off from, so you need a motorized paraglider here. In Da Nang, you can do paragliding without a motorized version from the Sontra Peninsula. Many small islands in the distance. I don't know the name of that island, but this island is the Wind Pearl Resort. It's an amusement park, and I guess they have a hotel there. You go there by cable car. So near Da Nang, of course, is the famous Bana Hills, and the longest cable car in the world is the cable car at Bana Hills, the longest non-stop cable car. And we also have a long cable car in Phu Quoc Islands, and that cable car is beautiful because it hops across different islands. I had no plans to talk, but I'm just talking. We'll take a walk in a little bit. Chungta Dibo, Quang Mui Phut. Look, after about 10 minutes, we will pay the bill for the coffee and go for a walk. Em ơi, thêm tiền. Okay, I'll ask for the bill and we'll go for a walk. I'll have to go off the Wi-Fi and shift to my mobile account. Mobile, I hope it works well. Though I have a Vitel connection, I've seen it shifting from 5G to 4G to 3G at different places. So I was on the Wi-Fi at the coffee shop, but I'll shift to the mobile connection and we take a walk soon. That's a 70,000 dong for a iced coffee. About $2.50, I think, in a good coffee shop. And the best beach, one of the best beaches in Vietnam, and I would say the world too. Where can you get a better beach than this? In Da Nang, you can get a beach equally as good, but I won't say it's better. Nha Trang and Da Nang beaches are both equally phenomenal and very different from each other. I'm waiting for the change and we can take a walk. Ah. We take a small walk now. Come on. These are the buildings of hotels on the beach front in Nha Trang. I'm just shifting from my Wi-Fi to the mobile connection. Just hang on for a minute. Okay, we're on 5G, so we walk a little bit. An Hi Wong, Mui Nui, Thik Sem Phim. An Khong Nui, Vietnam. Nyong An Zat Hiu, Vietnam. An Songo, Da Nang Khong, Hai Nam. This is the southern part of the beach, but it's kind of crowded. Good garden here along the beach. We'll walk a little bit and see what's happening. Beja Chungta Dibo Ve Bai Bien on Nha Trang. It's a bit crowded. It was a Sunday evening and also it is the summer holidays. Peaceful. You can see the paragliding, motorized paragliding coming here again. In the far distance, it will be here soon. Can you see the cable cars going from the mainland to Wind Pearl? So it's beautiful here in the evening, and it get even more beautiful after an hour. When it's darker, it's even more beautiful. We are looking out at the motorized paragliding coming here. I don't know if you can see it on this mobile right now. Yeah. It's a motorized paragliding. If you're liking the video and if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe, and please put a like if you can, and also if you can make a comment, and also try to watch the other videos on the channel. It's a new channel, but we are going to be doing a lot of live streaming, so if you want to be informed about the events, it's good to be a subscriber. Thanks for your support. So there's an aircraft going alongside it. Aircraft, I don't know if you can see it. Chao Mui Nui. Chumta Dang or Baibian Nyatrang. An Hoc Tieng Viet, an Noi Mochut Tieng Viet Zat Kho, an Di Hoc Cham. Okay, we'll go this way. It's more interesting, I think. You can see the Hyatt Regency, one of the bigger hotels here, and the Novotel in front of that. It's quite crowded. It's a Sunday and it's summer vacations, so the beaches across Vietnam would be crowded. You see a lot of people on the beach. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, A lot of the Russian people prefer to stay in Nha Trang on a longer term basis. There's someone with a canoe here, but it seems overloaded with people. A stand-up board. Many people swimming here with tubs, though the water is very smooth and gentle today. Just walk down the beach. An Hiwang Moinui thick sem video. There's some crabs here. A lot of grilled seafood, barbecued seafood. Vietnamese food really enjoys seafood, and they also like grilled food, barbecues also a lot. So again, a good place for selfies. Of course, many people love to take selfies more than they would like to swim. So there are two kinds of people in the world. One who swim and like swimming on the beaches, and one who like beaches but don't like to swim in the sea. I belong to the first category, and that's why I live in Da Nang. They're putting out the tables for the evening here, so it'll be more crowded in the evening, and they'll have live music, it seems. We were sitting in this coffee shop earlier. As I've said earlier in this live stream, I live in Da Nang, which is in the center of Vietnam. This is only my second visit to Nha Trang actually, but first time I visited just for 1 or 2 days. This time I'm here for a week, because I was quite pleasantly surprised to find that Nha Trang was so different from Da Nang, and also so beautiful. You can see a person on the stand-up paddle quite far out. So there'll be some live music here in the evening. I have put some recordings from this visit to Nha Trang on the YouTube channel of Vietnam Eye. If you get a chance, do try to take a look at those videos. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Thanks for any comments and any likes. Your support is really appreciated, because this is a new channel. It's a tribute from me to Vietnam, because I've lived here for 3 years, and every day here has been more beautiful than any other days. So here you have a coconut, and you have some dried seafood. You have kites for children, for small children. And maybe they have bigger kites too. it's a summer season and it's a holiday season, and also today is Sunday, so I guess it's more crowded than normal days. But even then, Nyatrang is busy this month, very busy this month. And Nyatrang is much smaller than Da Nang, so you can see the same tourists a few times again and again on the streets if you are staying here for a few days. In Da Nang, people normally will go to Hoi An, Hue, Bana Hills, many places, so chances of running into the same people again and again is less. He's selling cigarettes, but my only advice to people is never to smoke cigarettes, though I was a smoker, a chain smoker, but I regret it. I have a minor chest condition, so if you are a smoker, a regular smoker, you can expect to have a lung condition later in life for sure. Give up smoking. Even if you don't subscribe to the channel, give up smoking. That'll be great. High Vision Global STEM. Danny, I don't know if you're still there. And I hope whoever joined the live stream has enjoyed it. Chungta, Dang, Dibo, We, Baibian or Nyatrang. We are currently walking on the beach in Vietnam's beach destination called Nha Trang. Isn't it lovely? And there's a gentle breeze right now, which unfortunately you cannot sense from YouTube. So it's pleasant. Afternoon was hot, and the last 3 days here were cloudy, raining, and humid. So now the weather has really improved again. Hôm nay không mua ở Nha Trang. Hôm nay bài biển rất đẹp. This kid likes Pepsi. Something I don't recommend for children, but Pepsi and Coke are so world famous, the biggest brands of among all categories in the world. So I don't know how anyone can be dissuaded from drinking those drinks which have no nutritional value. But we are walking on the beach, and I should not digress. So here are the lovely hotels right on the beach. Many, many hotels. So the building behind Novotel is where I was staying, and I put a video on Vietnam Eye from the room in that property. It's got a panoramic view of the Nha Trang beach. Do take a look at that video. And on the top there's a rooftop swimming pool, and I'll put a video there of swimming on that pool. And they have, of course, a bar and parties in the evening. small kites for children, many toys to buy and to rent on the beach are available, and simple snacks. You can get your own food. I don't know if it's technically allowed, but I guess it's the done thing. So you get your food and your beer and have a picnic on the beach. They keep announcing that you can't bring your pets to the beach, especially in Da Nang, but I've seen many people walking with the pets. And since I'm a dog lover, I'm not going to be raising an alarm about that. In my humble opinion, nature belongs to everybody, the planet belongs to everybody, not just to human beings. Of course, here there's not much of basketball, beach volleyball, and football, but in Da Nang, I guess it's more organized, and there are specific spots in Da Nang that people go to play beach volleyball and football. You can play literally everywhere, and Vietnamese love football. And the way that I've seen them playing on the beach, I don't know why they're not playing the World Cup. Seriously, I'm not joking. I mean, they are really skilled footballers. Of course, Vietnam beat Thailand in the Southeast Asian Football Championship this year, so currently we can feel happy that Vietnam is doing well. I of course support Vietnam because I'm living here. So, because Vietnam has been nice to me. I've traveled to Thailand many times. I think I traveled to Thailand twice last year. And Thailand is beautiful too. I mean, the beaches in Thailand could be superior to the beaches in Vietnam. But I like Vietnam much more in every other way. Of course, my favorite beach in the world might be in Indonesia, or it would be Phi Phi in Thailand, the place where the movie The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio was shot many decades ago. So Phi Phi, I was there last September or October, and I went there for the second time, just off the coast of Phuket in Thailand. So Phi Phi is Phi Phi. We are in Nha Trang, and it's a long beach. The beach in Da Nang is endless. They say it's 10-kilometer long beach in Da Nang, but I think it goes all the way to Hoi An, which is 21 kilometers away from Da Nang. So just beach, 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 beach. Of course, some beaches there are of belong to, not belong to, but they've been taken over, I guess, by private hotels, and they're marked as private beaches. But Da Nang has a long beach, and the beach in Nha Trang also is long, but I would think that the beach in Da Nang is much, much longer. Much longer. So many hotels here, some foreigners playing games. Like I said, Russians are the most prominent tourists in Nha Trang, and Russians also love beach volleyball. So I'm a bit surprised that there are not more people playing beach volleyball here. In Da Nang, many Russians, but they are also to be found playing beach volleyball. Beja Chumta Di Bobe Baibien or Nyatrang. An Hiwang Moinoi Thick Sem video. Hi Madi system. Thanks for all the hypes that people have done. We are a new YouTube channel, so we need all the support that we can get. So you see two more girls in a sup here. But if you are in Da Nang, you'll find over 100 people going on a sup on the mornings. And there's also free diving in Da Nang. I'm not familiar with Nha Trang as much. Just my second visit here. But in Da Nang, you can even do scuba diving and snorkeling in the Koo Lao Cham Island, just 30 minutes away by speedboat from Da Nang or Hoi An. Of course, Da Nang and Hoi An are very near each other. Many people taking selfies here. Actually, I see that a lot more people take selfies in Da Nang somehow. Because I don't know. Maybe it's just today that there are less people taking selfies. Or maybe we are walking in an area where there are all tourists. So they are enjoying the swimming in the water and sitting by the beach. No time for selfies. This is the city center over here, where all the big hotels are located. You have stand-up paddle boats here. You have this meditation group here too. They are there also in Da Nang, and they are also in the prominent Nikhe beach every evening in Da Nang. And it's a very different kind of meditation come Tai Chi. This is the main square on the beach. I can say this is the heart of Nha Trang. Very gentle, soothing music.